Hello, it's Audrey June. Today I am just gonna give you just a little bit of guidance, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it for today. So we're in the Lightworker Oracle deck, and the question I'm gonna ask is, as a collective, what guidance do we need to focus in on at this moment in time, in our time? So what should we be focusing on at this point in our lives, no matter when? Alright, so I got initiation by water, right? So when I look at this, I notice first off that he's in the middle of the river. His wings are up, right? So they're about to take off. A light is emanating upward from his crown chakra as well as outward through his heart chakra. In the background, we see a beautiful sky. We see a lot of pink, yellow, and blue, which is like the throat, solar plexus, and heart. Well, pink isn't always the heart chakra, but a lot of the time, stones anyway that we look at are. So this card is 2 plus 3, which is 5, which is the shaman, which is the hierophant, which is the crystallization of spiritual thoughts, coming by your own ideas. When I see this card, it makes me think of that moment where you purge and you cleanse and your old self goes away. It's almost like a baptism, right? In every culture, there are baptisms. Every time, not every, but a lot of the time when we think of cleansing, we think of a new beginning, right? Renewal. We do that through water, right? And water also represents the emotions and yeah, so just purging, cleansing. And then we also see that he has the water coming out on his hands, right? That reminds me of the crucifixion, just the way that he is sitting here. So let's see what initiation by water has to tell us for today. Your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual worlds. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational material, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being open to a world of which you may only have dreamed. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. Situations have been arising in your world that evoke emotional reactions and challenge your opinions and beliefs. You may not feel in control. You may feel like your world, your own emotions, have become like a stormy sea in which you are tossed about and you're doing your best not to drown in the chaos. Yet you're not to fear it. It's stirring that which has been held within so it can be released. The storm will pass and the waters of your emotions shall become more serene, right? So me and my friends, we've been talking about this a lot, just like feeling all of these emotions through our bodies, right? And like one day feeling really on top of the world, like serenity, and then the next just falling back into that emotional chaos. So that is part of the process of baptism, of cleansing, of purgation. You could compare the process to a glass of water with muddy sediment at the bottom. The water appears clear as the mud is left to lie, yet once the water gets stirred up, the mud rises. Then it can be filtered out and the water will be clearer than ever before. The turbulence was a step that led to greater clarity. The waters in the glass are comparable to your emotional waters, and the fixed opinions, beliefs, or long-held emotional patterns based on unresolved past pain are the sediment at the bottom of the glass. Hold the glass up to the light. Can the light shine through the sediment? No, but it can be seen through the clear water. Remove the sediment, and the water will be clear enough to allow light to shine through without obstruction or distortion. The light is the light of spring, of higher truths, unconditional love, of peace, wisdom, and joy, right? So we really are going through this process as a collective. Those of you who identify as light workers, who feel that strong pull right now just to be with your higher self, to be in solitude, to reach out to people, just let those emotions roll through you, and really process them. Get at the root of the patterns. My friend and I were talking yesterday about our abandonment issues. And so it's like that. I know that one of my deepest wounds in this lifetime is my fear of abandonment, right? So my higher self has brought people into my life over and over again who have abandoned me, right? To the point where I feel now like I can't be abandoned. And there's nobody who has that power over me, right? Because I myself will always be with myself. So really just when you're feeling these emotions, look for the patterns, look for the cycles, and banish it, right? Create your strength around it. You can deal with that core issue head on. You know that you are meant to be a channel for the truths of spirit. As an advanced soul, you are capable of successfully enduring the process of filtering out whatever would obstruct the clear flow of higher consciousness through your being. Perhaps tired of emotional swings, you have suppressed your emotions and believe that you feel nothing, yet you are reacting out unwanted behaviors or suffering through apparently random physical accidents or maladies, right? So whenever we are physically hurt, it is a symptom of something deeper within ourselves. If this is the case, you are encouraged to be kind to yourself, to give yourself time to reflect upon your true feelings. Releasing emotional blockages doesn't have to be a drawn-out process. It's often the resistance and fear of the feelings within that is more difficult than expressing the actual feeling underneath that resistance and finally letting go, right? Surrender. We need to surrender. Whatever pain you're feeling right now is a sign of emotional healing and recovery. You are encouraged to accept and process your feelings, especially those that do not make much sense to you, right? So a lot of us are that's what we're doing, right? We're channeling for the collective. So just be aware of that, right? It is often the resistance, right? You're encouraged to accept and process your feelings, especially those that do not make much sense. Your emotional truths will make more sense as you heal. If you can get help from a healer, therapist, counselor, or mentor, they will support you and help you resolve the part of your process more swiftly. Know that even though it challenges you at times, this is a great thing that is taking place, necessary for you to more fully receive the divine connection for which you yearn. So the invocation. I choose to lovingly, gratefully, and kindly let go of that which I no longer need to hold on to emotionally. Forgiveness is easy for me. I forgive myself and all others for our human mistakes. I choose to honor a mistake as a chance to learn and an opportunity from the divine to grow more loving. I ask for protection, assistance, merciful grace, and tender compassion to bless me through this initiation so that I may thrive in joy. May all those who are divinely destined to become clear channels for spiritual love be supported by unconditionally loving beings that can assist them to successfully move through initiation and shine the light of spirit through their hearts for the benefit of all beings. So be it. So give yourself that time. Let the emotions work themselves out. Look at the deep core of those emotions and really banish these patterns for good so that you can become a clear channel for spirit. It is a great time of awakening. We know this. So do your part, right? Have a lovely day. Namaste. Do all the liking, the subscribing, and everything you need.